servlet. So this part is not very important in terms of interview, but it's an essential part of the Java web applications, especially when you use Spring MVC. Um, so let's just quickly set up a project that use Tomcat to create a servlet application to build some like pages. Okay. So all we need to do is first of all, let's create a module. Let's put a select Java Enterprise and just give a name. Let's see Servlet demo. And we just choose web application and choose the server. You may don't have any servers like this, then you have to create a new one. Okay, how to create a new one? Okay, so when you do Tomcat, and it will ask you to select the folder, but you don't have the folder, so you have to go to the page, go to the Google, and then search Tomcat, and then go to download. Okay, so the official website, go download and download the version that you like. Okay, so for me, I downloaded the 10.0, I guess. Okay, and you download this file, and it will be a zip file. Okay, oops, not document, sorry, the download. Okay, just download the core. Okay, that's enough. Zip, and after you got this zip, just unzip it. Okay, so you're gonna get a folder, right? So after you get the folder, copy it to somewhere safe instead of putting the download. And after you get the folder, come back to your IntelliJ and then select the folder. Okay, so for me, I already did it, so I already have it here. Okay, so after that, you're gonna have a Tomcat showing here, and the rest of the things are gonna be simple. Okay, just give a name. Okay, enter servlet, just any random name. Okay, select the SDK. If you use 17, okay, 11, okay. Okay, and then go ahead and then choose nothing, just create. All right, so once you create this project, you're gonna have a new one, servlet demo, and also automatically it will populate a run config here. Okay, so it's Tomcat one, and we can edit configuration, and then here it will tell you once you run this button, and Tomcat will start, and it will start a browser. If you don't want the browser to start at the same time, just to uncheck it. Okay, and then the URL is this. So I don't like the URL because this thing is too long. Servlet demo -var -exploded. We can go to the deployment and then change the application context to just a slash, so that it will be deployed to the root of our localhost. Okay, and then okay. All right, and then just simply hit run. Okay, so because I unchecked that checkbox, so a browser won't be started. So we have to manually open a browser page. Oops, there's already have one, and then we go to localhost 8080. Okay, so that's our Tomcat's default page, and you see there's a hello world. Okay, and also we have a hello servlet, which is not there. Okay, but anyways, so this is just like a draft project from this empty project. So all we need to do now, okay, so we can create our own servlet. Okay, so you can either use this one and change something, or you can just create from scratch if we remove this. Okay, and we can create our own servlet. Okay, so let's just call it first servlet, and annotation web servlet. Okay, so we can have to give it a path, right? It's like hi, for example. Okay, and so by doing this, we'll basically tell the Tomcat server that, hey, we're gonna use this first servlet class to handle /hi, but this class need to be a subclass or child class of our HTTP servlet. Okay, so that it can work, and if we can restart the server, so that we can make this class be deployed, and then go back and then type /hi. Okay, and then it will tell us not found. This could happen a lot of times. Okay, so first thing is check if the deployment, okay, is correct or not. Okay, so seems like this, everything is good. And then the second is to to make sure the URL is good. Okay, so the URL/hi looks okay. And then the third thing is you have to make sure that this project itself has the proper dependencies. Okay, so like the libraries, and here we should have this Java EE dependencies, especially Servlet API. Okay, so it looks like everything is there, but still the Servlet is not working. So this happens because of sometimes the Servlet version, sometimes the Tomcat version. Okay, so in this case, I believe my Servlet version is probably too high, and maybe my Tomcat doesn't support this. I'm just guessing. Okay, so let's just try it again. If it's not working, then we're gonna recreate the project. Okay, so 8080/hi. Okay, you can see still not found, and I'll leave this here. I'm gonna create a new one. Okay, it's called Servlet, not class. Okay, a module. Okay, let's just call it Servlet demo 2. Okay, so I'll just change this to com.entra.servlet, and SDK is the same. REST services, change it to web application. Okay, next, and here. Okay, so this Jataka version. Okay, so now specification, Servlet is 5.0. Okay, let's try this one and create. And we got the deployment. We have to fix it as a exploded 2, right? So change this to / and also add a new artifact, which is this one. Okay, this one, remove it. Okay, run it. Okay, so now it's working. Okay, so now it's working. So it's really depends on the combination, and sometimes it depends on the versions of the framework and Tomcat, and even IntelliJ can make things work. So this is the painful part of using pure servlets. But the good thing is nowadays nobody's using this. Okay, but anyways, I'm gonna now work on this one. Okay, so this we can now delete it, remove this module, and then delete this one. Okay, and now go back. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this servlet now. Okay, let's just delete everything here, and let's just call /hi, for instance. Okay, and then remove this. Okay, and then we restart the Tomcat. Okay, and here we can just simply do /hi. Okay, so errors again. So I think this is because of this deployment path. Okay, do this. By the way, don't want to start the browser. Okay. All right, so by doing this, right, if we access /hi, what's gonna happen is this class doesn't do anything, right? It doesn't do anything, and so it shouldn't show anything. So it should show empty, okay? And but in this case, it's actually showing us 405, like method not allowed. Why? It is because if you don't do anything, it will actually call the service method. Okay, so inside the parent class. In the parent class, we have a method called doGet. Okay, so by default, the doGet will return us. Okay, will return this error. Okay, saying that method not supported code. Okay, so method not supported is actually this one. Okay, it's 405. So it's expected behavior because we didn't do anything here. So if we want, like first we send a localhost 8080/hi to the servlet, then the servlet should handle this GET request. If we look at the network, okay, I'm gonna send it again. Just hit enter, okay, and if you look at the headers, a request header, a GET request, all right, so to /hi. So this request will be sent, okay, to the servlet here, and the Tomcat will get it, will send it to here, but it doesn't do anything, okay, and it will call the parent. The parent will return 405, okay, so that's why this response actually got a 405. Okay, it's expected. It's not 404. If it's 404, that means that, on the server you cannot handle it. Here it handles it. It's just a return 405. Okay, so yeah, let's stop here, and next we're gonna talk about how to implement the GET method.